Joy 101.9, your choice for the family. And today, persons all over the country and around the world, they are remembering and reflecting on the life of Pastor Myles, Pastor Ruth Munroe, and all who died on the weekend. And calls have been coming in from around the country and even around the world. And today, we are especially excited to have Stellar Award winning, Dove Award winning, BET Award winning, Image Award winning, and Grammy Award winning singer and pastor of Perfecting Faith Church in New York. We have Pastor Donnie McClurkin with us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ricardo. How are you?
I am doing great. I am doing absolutely amazing, and I know you are a part of the Bahamian family and also a part of Bahamas Faith Ministry. You are friends with Dr. Myles Munroe.
Absolutely. Dr. Munroe was really key in impacting me in ministry, and how I view ministry and approached ministry came from the time I spent with him down at Bahamas Faith, because he treated me like I was a son, a brother, and like I was one of the members.
Wow. Now, I know you celebrated a birthday, I think, on Sunday, and it was the same time the tragic news just went around the world. Where were you when you heard the crash? Heard about the crash?
There had been several calls put in from about 7 p.m., and I had ignored them because I was ministering and going to the celebration. And another friend of mine had passed away.
Wow.
And I'd gone to facilitate that, and then I saw the calls, and I returned one call, and they told me about the tragedy. And it messed me up for the rest of the night, and even to this day, because it's a hard thing to wrap your mind around that somebody of that magnitude would be taken so, and I'm still trying to deal with it.
Wow. How long does the friendship span?
Oh, Lord. Dr. Munroe would have, not the crazy thing is, he would have me come down and preach at Bahamas Faith Ministry when I had no name. And he would force me to preach. And he would continue to, just reinstate in me how much potential I had. And he would challenge my doctrine, and he would take me over to the house. Him and Sister Ruth would take me to the house. We'd have dinner at the house with his children. And he would just treat me like I was a student of his as well as a brother of his. He never, ever held back anything from me, good or bad. And he challenged me to be accurate in what I did, and showed me love and told me that anytime I come to the Bahamas, I'd better never come down without reaching out to him. That's the kind of man he was.
Wow. Now, I know you are no stranger to tragedy, having lost your brother at a very early age, and also recently losing your mother and your father in a 12-month span. Just talk about how you were able to get through.
Well, today happens to be the anniversary of my father's passing.
Wow.
He passed today last year, and my mother passed 10 months before him, and my aunt passed, and my uncle passed, and my cousin passed, all within an 11-month period. And so it's been trying. And honestly, I don't understand all of the nuances that go along with God and his choices. But I had spoken to somebody yesterday concerning Dr. Myles and Ruth Munroe, and they were saying, why would God do so? And I asked them the question, why do we constantly question God and not trust him to make the right choices? If he is God, then his sovereignty has got to be taken into account. And he does all things well, all things. And so I had to use that philosophy and that actuality concerning my mother when she passed, so untimely. Then my aunt, her sister, when she passed 5 days later, so untimely. And my dad and my uncle and my cousin, and it hits hard. But we have to believe that God is infinite in his knowledge, and he is sovereign in his will, and he is totally loving in his choices. And so we trust him, regardless of the outcome. we trust him.
Wow, that's absolutely awesome, folks. Absolutely awesome. His son Myles Munroe Jr. said yesterday in a press release that we will not allow death to claim any victory. And I have to segue into the fact that you have a song called We Are Victorious. As we close this time with you, give us words to remind us how victorious we are.
The Bible said we are blessed, and I taught this message on Sunday, that we are blessed. God gave us a beatification. He gave us a blessing. He pronounced it over our lives and declared to us that we are blessed in the city, in the field. We are blessed in everything that we do. The blessings of the Lord make us rich and add no sorrow with it. And he even said, blessed are they who die in the Lord. And death cannot take victory in this. This is every bit of what every one of us are living for. We are living for the day that we can finally be promoted to see him, to be with God, and to finally complete our work. He fought a good fight. He kept the faith. He finished his course. They finished their course, every one of them on the plane. And now God has given them a crown of righteousness, and they're in his presence. So they all walked into a victorious affair with God, where they are now seeing him face to face, while we are still trying to wrap our minds around it. They haven't thought about us since they made it to heaven. And that is what we're all living for. We are victorious.
Absolutely awesome. We know that you're a part of our Bahamian family, and even by extension our Joy FM family. We certainly love the fact that you came and you checked upon us, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I always will, because that's where Jesus lives.
Absolutely awesome. We thank you so much, Pastor McClurkin.
Thank you, sir. Bye.